Okay, in this video we're going to take a look at some examples using Surds. So the first example we're going to look at is to just simplify. The first one is the square root of 245. So I'll just take a look at that one first on the notepad, and the example was the square root of 245. So the idea here is to find its, to express it in terms of its prime factors. So if I divide 245 by 5, I will get 49 times 5 is 245. So we'll have the root 49 times 5, and all of that is under the square root. So we can express root 49 in terms of 7 squared. Root 49 is in fact 7. So the simplest third form of the square root 245 is 7 root 5. And in fact that's what your calculator would give you if you just pumped in the square root of 245. I'll just show you here. So on our calculator we have the square root of 245, and the calculator on that setting will give you 7 root 5. So we've just shown how to do that without the use of the calculator. Now the second example here was just looking at the square root of 192. Now we could try and divide it by, it's an even number, so it's definitely going to divide down by 2, so we will end up with 2 in our answer. So we could do the tedious way of keep dividing by 2, but maybe I'll just take a shortcut and divide it by 4 first. 48 times 4. And then if I divide down again by 4, it will give me 12. So we'll go 12, square root of 12 times 4 times 4. And we know 12 can divide it down again by 4, which will be 3 times 4 times 4 times 4. And so we know the square root of 4 is 2, so we can have that 2 times 2 times 2 times root 3. And that gives me 8 root 3. Okay, we can just double check on the calculator again, and we'll pump in the square root of 192. And the square root of 192 is, as we've shown, 8 root 3. So that's just an example of simplifying some surds. Let's take a look at another example here. And the next example we come to will be example 2. Expand the following, giving your answer in the form a plus b root c, where a, b, and c are all integers. And the expansion we're looking at is 6 minus 2 root 7, and that factor is times 5 plus 3 root 7. And we'll just skip over to our math pad and take a look at that. So we write the problem out first as 6 minus 2 root 7 times 5 plus 3 root 7. Okay, we're going to just expand this by multiplying it out like we would any factors that we've done before. So we'll start with 6 times 5 is 30, and then we'll say 6 times 3 root 7, so that's going to be positive 18 root 7. And then we'll say negative 2 root 7 times 5 will be negative 10 root 7. And then finally, negative 2 times root 7 times positive 3 root 7 will give me negative 6 root 7 times root 7. And we'll simplify that down. I'll just leave the 30 there for now. We bring together the 18 root 7 minus 10 root 7 gives me 8, positive 8 root 7. Now we know root 7 times 7 is 7, so negative 6 times 7 is negative 42. And the final answer then will be negative 8, so that's 30 minus 42 plus 8 root 7. And that's the simplest surd form as required, where a is minus 8, b is positive 8, and c is root 7. Okay, so we'll just look at solving a quadratic equation. The final example here will be example 3. We're going to solve the following quadratic equation, and we need to show our solutions in exact form, that is, a surd form. So we'll be using the quadratic formula on the equation y equals 2x squared minus 4x minus 8. So let's skip across to the notepad, and our quadratic is y equals minus 2x squared minus 4x minus 8. So we will be using the quadratic formula, so I'll just note a is minus 2, b is negative 4, and c is negative 8. I think I may have made an error there. A is actually positive 2. I think I wrote that down incorrectly. A should be positive 2, b is minus 4, and c is minus 8. I'll just take a quick look again. Yeah, that's as I thought. A is definitely positive 2. So if we put this into the quadratic formula, minus b is positive 4. Minus b plus and minus square root of b squared. So negative 4 squared is positive 16. Minus 4, a is 2, times negative 8. All over 2a, which is 4. Okay, we simplify what's in under the square root, so we leave the 4 here, 4 plus minus square root of 16. So it's going to be 16 plus 64. 16 plus 64 is 80, all over 4. And I'll just come up to the other side of the page for the further simplification. So we've got 4 plus a minus root 80. Now, root 80 we can simplify again. So let's take a look at that. All over 4. So 4 plus a minus 80 divides down by 5. And it will be 16 times 5 is 80, so it'll be plus or minus 4 root 5 all over 4. Now if we look at this, we can divide out by the 4, and our final answer, the solutions, will be 1 plus 1 times root 5, or 1 minus 1 times root 5. So those are our solutions in the simplest surd form. So that's all for the video for now. Thank you for watching, and